I'm Batman. Hey guys, me, your host Superstar. Thank you very much for tuning in. Look what I've got. It's the DC Multiverse Last Night on Earth Batman. He's in his, he's in his armor that he thought he was wearing at the very beginning, but it was all a trick and the world has ended, and yeah, it's a crazy old story. Go read it. I don't want to overly spoil it for you, because there's not going to be many spoilers in these videos. So if you haven't read the comics, please feel free to go back and check it out. I will give you a little insight, though, as to why Joker's inside, why his head's inside a little carry case thing. Specimen jar. Now, this is the Bane Build-A-Figure series, and we'll come on to Bane in another video. Later on, I'll be posting the video of Bane, and oh my god. It's the worst. Could it be the worst Bat figure ever? Find out later on this afternoon. But for now, guys, we're going to be taking a closer look at this new awesome Batman. I did like this one because of the way it looks. Obviously, he's wearing a Arkham Asylum, Wayne Enterprises Asylum, whatever you want to call it, sort of straight jacket. And that's what he believed he was wearing. When he was there was this bit at the beginning where they tried to convince him that he's been crazy this whole time and that Batman didn't really exist and it was all inside his head. So it's a very cool take on the costume. And if you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about, go check out the comic. It is worth it. Okay, guys. So these figures are by McFarlane. McFarlane's doing a very good job at sticking with sort of modern versions of the characters so far. We've not really had many repeats that we've had over the years, which is good, I suppose. They're not covering old ground, he's covering all new ground, which I suppose is good. It would have been bad if we'd have got rid of, you know, the DC collectibles and then basically McFarlane came along and just started giving us the same things we've had for years, because it wouldn't have worked for him. It wouldn't have been a, you know, I can imagine the DC franchise dying out again. Whereas I think these new McFarlane figures have given it a new life because they're based on, you know, the more darker side of DC as well, like the Black Label. I think that's given them a lot of cool stuff to work with, especially with Todd McFarlane's sort of style. These very much remind me, like, these look like Todd McFarlane figures, and they look like Spawn and Twisted Fairy Tales, and they look like that kind of a product. But anyway, I've waffled enough, let's get on with it. Here is the new Batman. He looks awesome in his straitjacket costume. There's all the ropes at the back, which is cool. Shame they're not workable. It would have been cool if if you could actually use them and actually tie him up. That would have been awesome. I suppose you could if you sort of like put his hands inwards like that. Could it be done? No, they're all tied to the back. It's a shame they're not. If they were all individually thingy, you could have actually like roped them round like that through the middle, through his legs, and it would have been cool if you could have actually used them. The figure itself is very nice. It's very fluid, actually. It feels a bit looser than the others. Not necessarily a bad thing. Some of the other ones were very hard to maneuver. This one feels okay. So articulation-wise, his head is on a ball joint, so you can make him look up and down, left and right, side to side a little bit as well. His arms do lift up at that top hinge to also rotate. There's also a bit of a butterfly hinge there as well, with a piece that comes out, so you don't really see the connecting pieces, which is nice. And he's got the double hinged elbows there as well. Biceps that twist, and also hands are on ball joints. You can crunch him around on his sort of abdomen, crunch a little bit there, forwards and backwards, which is nice, and side to side as well. Legs lift out all the way, as well as forwards. I can't see a top thigh cut here. No, there's no top thigh cuts in this one. But we do have double hinged knees. There we go. Ooh, that went very loose, very fast. Damn, be careful with your figs. Always warm them up. Always warm them up. Or suffer the consequences. Yeah, his knee does bend in all the way, although the head's got very loose, very loosey-goosey. So be careful. Other one's done it straight away, which is fine. Again, that one's loose though now as well, though. Careful with them. Maybe warm them up first. Feet are on ball joints as well, and he's got the toe articulation, as all McFarlanes do. No, it's still alright. Still stands up and everything. Still cool. So it comes with 2 open palm hands, and it does come with a couple of accessories, so we can put the truncheon in one hand. Yeah, it goes. So he's got the baton for one hand, which is pretty cool. And then obviously he's got the Joker's head lantern thing. The bit where he finds Joker's head in the little thing for the first time, and he's carrying him, and the jokes that Joker comes out with is brilliant. I do like all the Black Label stuff. I've been really enjoying it. It's definitely made for people that grew up with like the comics and Batman and stuff. So it's like the comics have matured as we've got older, which I like. The stories are darker, which is what I always see my DC. I always see DC as being the dark company. Leave the kid stuff to Marvel. You know, DC I always think should be the darker of the two. Some more serious subject matter. And no, I won't declare allegiance. Everyone always asks me who do you prefer more, DC or Marvel. I refuse to do it. I'm a fan of both. But guys, there he is out of the packaging. We will head on down to the desk cam in just a moment so you guys can take an up-close personal look at this awesome Batman. He will also be taking pride and place on the shelf as well. So I'll place him up there and show you guys where I'm going to be keeping him. So here is the card that comes with him as well, which is very nice. It's got the Batman holding Joker's little thing there, which is very cool. And this is the data file card for him. It's from Batman The Last Night #1, comics of 2019. Real name Bruce Wayne, 6'2" and 210 pounds. In a dystopian future, Bruce Wayne wakes up in Arkham Asylum. He still has his youth, but he was never Batman. Bruce dons the Batcowl, breaks out of the asylum, and accompanied by the Joker's animated severed head, begins a surreal journey to solve the mystery of his past and find out who's responsible for destroying the world. Encountering both friends and enemies along the way, the Dark Knight's quest through the devastated landscape may prove to be his last adventure ever. Very cool. So yes, very cool figure. Really like it. Because he is awesome. But yes, really liking this figure. So what I'm going to do is now is head on down to the desk cam and give you guys an up-close personal look at the Batman. Let's head on down to the desk cam. Here is Batman out of the packaging, guys, looking awesome. I really do like this figure a lot. They have done this figure very well. There are some QC issues, again, with this figure. I'm finding that a lot with McFarlane's. They are beautiful. They look great, but they do have QC issues. On this one, the arms are very loose and not really connected. As you can see there, the plastic is already warping away from the joint itself. There's, like, gaps there. And when I bent those knees, they did go very loose very fast, and now I'm finding it difficult to keep them in a straight line. But then you go and look at this face sculpt of this Joker in the little lantern thing, and it looks awesome. It just looks so good. They've done a great job at bringing that from the comic book to sort of 3D and bringing it to life. Because it does look good, and it's well painted. To say it's just an accessory piece, I wasn't expecting it to have the proper sculpt look of a proper face and things, but it does. I feel like they've taken great care over making that. And then the costuming as well, all the little buckles and braces, and they're all individually painted silver and brown, and all these little, like, they've even put like fake little notches and holes in all the little belt buckles. And even the truncheon has little rivets in it and things like that. They have done a cracking job, to be honest, at bringing this idea of this figure to life. Again, some paintwork issues, a little bit brown on white, white on brown, and there are some specs missing from the on the black parts occasionally. But overall, the figure is really good, and I really, really recommend this one. So yeah, I really, really would recommend picking this up. It is great, and of course it does come with that awesome Bane Bat fig, which we will be reviewing in later on. So please do come back to the channel later on today and check out that review as well. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, but let's head on back to the main cam and finish off this video. So guys, what are your thoughts on this Batman? Let us know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed today's video, guys, then please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Subscribing really supports us, it really helps us out and helps us to keep making awesome videos. I'm not going to be doing a review of the Wonder Woman figure from this line, as I'm not a massive fan of it and I have put her up for sale. So I'm not going to be opening that one. However, I will have the Scarecrow and Bane Build-A-Figure review coming up. It's interesting, so check it out, guys. Could it be the worst Bath figure of the year? Let us join in later and we'll find out. But guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, I'm your host, Superstar, and I'll see you in the next video. And until then, may the Force be with you. Bye!